Well, it certainly doesn't look very good at all. I mean, the president hasn't really cut ties the way that most candidates do, or even presidents do, with their economic dealings. Most candidates and presidents will put in what's called a blind trust, and the president tried to convince us that by turning his business over to his sons, it was essentially a blind trust, which it wasn't at all. The Emoluments Clause prohibits the president from any sort of material gain during the presidency based upon the decisions made as president. And so certainly this looks really bad. Now, nothing has actually been done and no crime has been committed, but the fact that the president would suggest such a thing indicates that the president just doesn't understand what this is about and why it is a big deal. Well, these were one of the biggest concerns of the founders of the Constitution. They did not want anybody to be bought off by many of the different kings and princes of Europe, who were always looking to try to find leverage in the New World. And so trying to figure out if somebody can take advantage of our most powerful government in the entire world, that's a bit concerning. This has been an absolute total cut from the past in terms of process. Now, the president has tried to talk it up a big game, saying that he has no interest, that he's actually losing money. That's actually not the case, and that his sons are running the show. But that's sort of like the mob boss mentality, where the mob boss, as Michael Cohen said when he was testifying before Congress, President Trump doesn't tell you what you need to do, you just sort of understand it. And I think a lot of people think he's governing in that sort of way. I think it sets a very negative precedent, and I think that future presidents will try to avoid looking like this president because it has given him problems. And certainly there's easy ways to avoid these problems, which is how the other presidents have dealt with them in the past. I think a suggestion like today will probably end up with the president backtracking on it, as he usually does. He says things off the cuff, and then people become appalled, and then he wonders why they're appalled, and then tries to backtrack on them. So I'm not sure that this is going to have legs moving forward unless he does act on it. And if he does, he's really inviting investigations by Congress.